So everybody, we've had an interesting college football playoff so far. Yes, everybody, it's me, Sports Talk Live, and I'm back here with you for this video. Um, After this video, I will see if I can post my college football one. If not, that will be coming tomorrow. But yes, we're up here to the semifinal games, um, and it has been quite interesting so far. So let's go over here though the games quick. So we had Alabama versus Oklahoma. Alabama won because of course they did. Um, you know, it's Alabama, and they haven't lost. I think three in a row. I think since like 18. It was something out there. It was like I think it was like 1897 or so was the last time they lost three in a row. Um, but yeah, they outplayed Oklahoma. They got outclassed, and for all those people that at the time were calling for Keelan DuBois' head, well, he staved it off one game, but will he be able to do that again for a second game? Nah, we just we'll just have to see when we get there. And then we had Miami versus Texas A&M, the team that wasn't supposed to be in the college football playoff because Notre Dame was supposed to be there. Um, Miami beats Texas A&M in a sloppy game, 10-3. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about this game. Miami won. They did what they were supposed to do when they moved on to play Ohio State in the next round. We also had Tulane versus Ole Miss, and Tulane got blasted just like they did in their first meeting. The game was never competitive, never in doubt. Ole Miss won 41-10. Had the way with Tulane, the Battle of Mississippi Schools. Tulane is one of the premier teams in the, I think it's the American Athletic Conference. I'll go with conference they're in, but since Notre Dame didn't make it with their at-large bid, they gave it to Tulane, and well, we saw what happened. And then James Madison versus Oregon. Oregon won, although the game was close. It was 34-51. I know people say that's a blowout. It was actually, it wasn't really that close, but at the end there, Oregon poured it on, and James Madison scored a couple garbage time touchdowns. Didn't really matter, but yeah, they were outmatched and outclassed. But hey, you know what? Can't really blame them when you're from the Sun Belt trying to play a Big Ten school. Then we had the second round, Miami versus the defending champion Ohio State Buckeyes, and the Buckeyes lost. So yeah, Ryan Day's still trying to figure out how to win games like this. I know he won a national championship last year. I know that, but come on, Ryan Day, you can do better than this. 24-14, Ohio State looked lost out there. They looked like they didn't know what they were doing. They looked like they were going to get a tooth pulled. And yeah, just very uncharacteristic for the team that was ranked number one for most of the season, then lost to Indiana, for them to come in and lay a goose egg. Yeah, not too much to say. So we're going to get a new national champion. It's not going to be Ohio State. And we'll have to see what Alabama will do in their games, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, Ryan Day, I don't know what he was doing there. But hey, sometimes teams get crestfallen, and Miami moves on to the semifinals. Then we had Oregon versus Texas Tech, and Oregon wins a blowout, 23-0. Game was never competitive, never in doubt. I guess Texas Tech forgot to show up. I guess that they forgot what they were. It's called playing in the Orange Bowl, not staying home and doing absolutely nothing, which is what Texas Tech did. Oregon scored 23 on them. Texas Tech had no answer. So Big 12, you're gone. We'll see you. We'll see you next year. Then we have Alabama versus Indiana, and finally Alabama loses in blowout fashion, 38-3. Yes. When was the last time Alabama lost that badly? Oh, gee. Was it? Oh, yeah, week one to Florida State. Yep. Alabama gets utterly humiliated by the Big Ten, which, ESPN is going to be all up in arms about that because I know ESPN loves the SEC. This whole season they were talking about how the SEC should be ranked number one because, Ohio State and Indiana haven't played anybody good, and the SEC is superior to everybody, and the SEC should be number one because we say that they are. Well, okay, ESPN, according to your logic, then Indiana should have lost this game, and Alabama should still be national champions because they tried. they gave it a good effort. No, they didn't. They only scored a field goal. And yeah, Indiana just blew them out, which is good. Even though I don't like Indiana, because the teams that now get hyped, I don't like them because that's who the media wants you to like. But still, SEC, they're not going anywhere. Then we had Ole Miss versus Georgia, um, the game that started New Year's Day. Ole Miss won in a thrilling game, 39-34. So Georgia's gone, and Ole Miss is the last SEC team left standing. Yeah, competitive game, close game. I know everybody was high on Gunnar Stockton, and he might. I think he's going to the NFL, so that's unfortunate for Alabama or Georgia, but you know they'll be just fine, folks. As long as Kirby Smart's still there, they'll be just fine. So Ole Miss moves on. I can't remember the last time Ole Miss won a national title. I think it was like 1960 or so. They tied for it. I wasn't around yet, so in my lifetime I've never seen Ole Miss win anything. But yeah, Georgia gave it their all, tried their best, and watch ESPN now salivate over. Oh my God, Ole Miss should be number one because they're the SEC, and you're basing that on what? Did they beat Georgia when they had like 2 losses all year? But yeah, if they don't win against Miami, watch ESPN say that they got robbed, because that's what they do to all of the SEC schools. It's, they got robbed whenever they lose. And then the final 2 games that we will cover here is Miami versus Ole Miss, Oregon versus Indiana. But that was the recap of the national championship games. It's good to be back with you guys here. I know I was off for a couple weeks for the holidays and the New Year's, but now that that's over, we'll be getting back into it here. And I got many more things here. I actually fixed my Twitch, though, too. I was able to get the password working again for that. So look for that in the coming weeks. I look forward to posting more on there. So y'all will be seeing that actually tomorrow. Yes, a special stream on my Twitch tomorrow. Watch for that. It's gonna be on. I think it'll probably be on Major League Baseball. I think we'll be doing a time capsule video on there, as well as a few other things that I want to do on Twitch. I want to start getting into just like general sports talk and all of that. And then, what else we might do if it's successful on there? We'll actually turn that into the Game Talk Live. Yes, maybe we can talk about that, or News Talk Live. Yes, seems like a fun channel. But I'll see you all soon with this one. Be sure to stop by tomorrow on Twitch and say hello to me. Be sure to leave a comment here on Sports Talk Live. Let me know what you all like to see and what you want in future videos. My videos have been getting some views, so that's good. Glad to see that people are still watching, even when I took like a 2-year or 3-year break from doing this for a while. But yeah, we're going to be continuing with the college football stuff probably tomorrow, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Have a great night.